Hey everyone, welcome back. So it's been a while. I was going to put up a vlog about our packing for Disney, and I'm still doing that. I had to take a little bit of a break because our little dog Prince passed away the last day that we were on vacation at Disney. So we spent Monday through Friday there, and then by Thursday night into Friday, he was just not doing so well. He was really sick and throwing up in the middle of the night. And he wasn't walking, he wasn't eating, he wasn't drinking. He had been kind of in a downward spiral for a while. And so we decided to, when we got home, to take him back to the vet. So we left a little early on Friday. She agreed that it was probably in his best interest and to let him go, and so that's what we ended up doing. It was really hard, it was really emotional, and that's why I only posted a short video of the vacation, because I just did the one that automatically gets done on your iPhone. I didn't have the heart to look through footage and kind of compile it from all of the little bits and pieces. I might do that later on because I do want to keep it for Lincoln's sake. There's a lot of moments in there that were really special and I don't want to lose them. So I'll probably do that in a little bit. It was really tough. I held him in my hands as they gave him the injection, and he just went really peacefully. And Julio and I have been really struggling through trying to get used to not having a dog. He was with me for 16 years, and he was with Julio for the 5 years that we've been, almost 6 years that we've been together. So not having him in the bed to sleep with and looking out underfoot to make sure we don't bump into him, it's just been quite the adjustment. So we've been getting used to that. It's not going to be easy, I know it. I went to Hallmark the other day because I was getting my dad his birthday gift. His birthday was just last Saturday, and I'll put a little footage of that.
What'd you get, Grandpa?
You're exaggerating now.
What does it say? What does it say?
Ooh, Grandpa.
It says awesome, Grandpa.
Awesome, Grandpa.
Yeah.
I can't read the top.
All right.
Right?
But as I was in there, I saw that they had the ornaments, the keepsake ornaments, and I've never bought one, but I've always wanted to. And something told me to go inside and look. And when I did, I found this little treasure, a keepsake ornament for Prince Charming's picture to go right in there. Excuse my nails, obviously. I have not had a chance to even do that. But it says, "Forever my friend," and it has the little wings on it. So we're gonna put his picture and put that up on the tree this year. I also found this ornament. This is from the little statue outside of the Cinderella castle. There's one, I think, in Disneyland, also the original one, but this is Walt Disney with Mickey. And we took our picture to announce pregnancy right in front of the castle, right in front of the statue, when we announced that we were pregnant with Lincoln. So that was something that I saw and I was like, yep, this has got to go on our tree also. I'll share more of the stuff that's going on a tree. My sister also sent me this really beautiful My First Christmas, and it's a Mickey to go on the tree for Lincoln. So I'm gonna put that on the tree as well. And I'll do kind of like a Christmas tree tour maybe later on. Lincoln had been sleeping pretty much through the night since about 2 months. And he would get up maybe once, and it was a good time to get up around 5:30 in the morning because that's the time I'm gonna be feeding him when I go back to work. I'm not back at work yet, more on that in a moment. So I thought, yeah, this is a great schedule. He gets up once, it's around 5:30 or 6 o'clock. I'll feed him that at that time before I go to work, and then he doesn't get up again until like 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, which is perfect because that's the time Julio would be getting up to get ready for work, and he can feed him then. He'd have to get up a little bit earlier so that he can spend that hour with him while he's awake, but kind of worked out. Anyway, since 2 months, he's been doing great. He's been sleeping like a little angel, and then a few days ago he started waking up again around 1:30 or 2:30 in the morning, and then again around 4:30 in the morning. So I think it's because he hasn't been getting full naps. He's been having that 45-minute intruder thing happening, so that's been kind of rough. He has been definitely fussing more around the 45-minute mark, and waking himself up. So today I am on a mission to get him back on schedule. He's napping right now. I've got my little monitor, that's why I keep looking down. But he has been fussing again. I've been letting him go for like 10 minutes at least. And he's been putting himself back to sleep. So his naps have been pretty much on schedule. But then again, they've been on schedule up until this time. And then like around 5:30 is when all heck breaks loose. And he won't sleep for more than a half hour. So I'm hoping that today, because we're at home, I'm not going out to Target, I'm not going out to the grocery store, I'm not going to my parents, I'm just staying home and trying to get him back on schedule. Hopefully today he will have a full nap at that time, and then that'll hopefully help for the rest of the night. My goal is to have him asleep by 9:30 every night, so that I have at least an hour to kind of shower, do some paperwork or whatever I need to do. But I don't know if that's gonna happen, because right now he's still loving the 10:30 bedtime. Anyway, so that's where we are with the sleep. So I've been drinking plenty of coffee. This is my mug from our vacation, by the way. It's really cute. It says Fort Wilderness on there, and that's my lipstick stain, but it has Mickey on there hiking. It's cute because it looks like those little tin cups that they use when you go camping, but it's actually ceramic. So that's one of my souvenirs from the trip, and maybe I'll do a little haul of like all the other stuff we got on the trip. But in terms of me not going back to work, I am going back to work. November 6th is the new date. I extended my maternity leave up to the max, which is 12 weeks, because I was not ready to go back. I just wasn't. And in my brain, I feel like I'm in a much better place now, even a week later, than I would have been last week, especially with the passing of our little dog. It was just too emotional a time to even try to go back. So I extended it, and I get to stay home until November 6th. And then something else that happened that was really like kind of perfect timing was my principal called me last week and asked me if I'd be interested in a pre-K position instead of going into 3rd grade. I think it's because of my extended leave. They kind of don't want to put a teacher in there and disrupt their flow right smack in the middle of the year, basically the middle of the year, and before testing on a testing grade. So I think that's why they decided to offer me the pre-K position. I thought about it and very quickly accepted it as quickly as I could, while still thinking through all the pieces. But I think it's going to be a good switch for me. I did major in elementary education, and I have a separate kind of certification for early childhood, but the earliest I've ever done is kindergarten. I've never done pre-K before. I've always loved early childhood. That's kind of where my heart has always been, and doing all of the developmental milestones and all of that stuff. So that's kind of where I've always wanted to be, but I've never actually ended up there. I am really excited to go into this grade, and now I don't have to switch my classroom, which is a lot less stressful, and there are other adults in the room, which means that I will get to pump throughout the day at some point. So exciting. So that makes me feel a lot less stressed about going back, because honestly 3rd grade was something that had me super stressed, just because of the whole pumping issue, testing issue. Just the curriculum is really intense and fast-paced, and going back in November, that would have been a lot. So I'm super thankful that I have this opportunity to do this and be with the little pre-K tykes. I know it's not going to be all fun and games. I know there's a lot of challenges in pre-K, but I am excited to try something a little bit different this year. So that's where I am. I'm going to continue vlogging at the beginning of my journey, and maybe throughout. I don't know. We'll see what happens with my time and with my stress and with my energy levels. But I think it's important to kind of chronicle this journey into the classroom again. So I will continue doing that until the transition is pretty much done. And I will be updating that packing video so that I can remember in the future. I have everything on video, I just haven't edited it yet. So I will do that and post it at some point, maybe next week. And yeah, so because I'm a teacher, of course I have stations in my brain. So I thought it'd be a cool way to kind of organize his playtime to make sure that he gets everything he needs. So I start off with independent play at our station number 1 right here. And he tries to grab the little things on the top and he practices rolling over on his own while I rinse out his bottle and put his stuff away. And then after that, after his food has settled a little bit, we move on to the play mat. And then here's where we do tummy time. And we practice rolling and do our exercises. And he really likes the texture, so it keeps him on his tummy for a little bit longer because we play with the texture. It sounds like nails on chalkboard, but it keeps him interested for a little bit longer, so that's good. And then we move on to station number 3, where we're just building up some minutes on here. Right now he's up to almost 2 minutes on the little bouncy thing. I think it's called an extra saucer. And he likes to grab a little bear, and sometimes he'll even spin the little monkeys around. And it just helps him to not be on his head, flat on his back, on top of his head for too long, so that he can be upright a little bit. And then once he's tired, we'll probably do the station just one more time. Get another tummy time session. So I try to break it up into 2 sessions. And then once he starts fussing, I know he's tired, he'll go into the swing. And we'll usually do a story on the swing. And sometimes he'll have his teething ring, sometimes he won't care about it. So this is the last station before we go down for a nap. He likes to look at the zebra sometimes and not the book, but it's calming and soothing. Oh, is that you? We don't love tummy time no matter what. Julia says it looks like a pre-K nursery in here. Yep, that's basically what it is.
Wow.
So excited. Yes. Oh my goodness. This thing is so exciting. What is happening here? Did you just do that by yourself? Are you wondering what's going on? Why is mommy laughing? Okay. Oh my goodness, so exciting. Yeah, all these new noises, huh? What's that? Ooh. Yeah.
Hey.
Right, puppy?
Hi.
You feel like you're rich?
Yeah.
You're gonna have so much love. So much love. You'll never know that your parents aren't doctors. I just wonder when you're in love.
It's this my photo book was on sale at Target. It was in the clearance section, and you can fit in any pictures you want. 5 pictures. So what I did was I took the family photo, our last family photo together with Prince, and I used that as the cover with the cabins at Fort Wilderness and the date. And then he's smiling at me. He likes to read this book. Yeah, this is our favorite book, huh? And then I'll show him the pictures once he stops swinging because I don't want him to get nauseous. But basically, I just did a little white section so that I could write down words. And I wrote about when we arrived at the cabin and then his firsts. And then I also wrote about his character meetings. And I just did collages for each page. And then a last page was dedicated to Prince. So these books are really great. I really should have picked up more than just one because I feel like this would be great to use for our vacations or special moments, things like that. So later this week we are hopefully going to a pumpkin patch. It's Florida, so pumpkin picking is a little different out here just because it is really hot and it's hard to really enjoy going on a hayride and drinking hot apple cider when it's 90 degrees outside. I don't think that's a good time. So, especially with an infant, we're gonna do a pumpkin patch that's smaller and a little closer to home instead. We have a bunch of farms that are really close to here, and one of them in particular is like up the road and super popular, has like fall festival, hay rides, petting zoo, all of it. But it's just too hot. I was hoping it would cool down a little bit, but I don't think that's gonna happen before Halloween. So, I ordered some matching Halloween pumpkin pajamas for the whole family, for me, Julio, and Lincoln. And my hope is to take a picture in front of some pumpkins and have our first Halloween picture together, kind of like similar to the Christmas pictures that everyone does. But I really love Halloween, and Julio really loves Halloween, so we're gonna do a Halloween one too, and make sure that Lincoln has his first Halloween picture somewhere. So I jokingly told Julio if we could get a bale of hay so that we could kind of use as a background, and he cracked up because last time I got a bale of hay and put it in his car, let's just say there's still hay in his car 3 years later. So I don't think I'm allowed to buy another bale of hay, but maybe we'll take a picture in front of a bale of hay at the pumpkin patch. So yeah, I'll update you and I'll take you along for that little journey. I hope you enjoyed, and like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to share with your friends. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.